Hey there, Akhil here, co-founder at Monetizely and a pricing expert. Today, I am diving into one of the most delicate challenges in SaaS pricing, migrating existing customers to a new pricing model. Creating a new pricing structure is hard enough, but getting your customers to adopt it, that's where things get really tricky. After all, these customers signed up under specific terms and now you are changing the rules of engagement. Let's explore how to make this transition smooth, strategic, and successful for both you and your customers. First, let's acknowledge why this is so challenging. Your existing customers have budgets already allocated based on your previous model, internal processes built around how they purchase from you, a reference point for what your product should cost, an established relationship they don't want to disrupt. Despite these challenges, there are compelling reasons to move customers to new models. Simplified operations, better alignment with value delivery, increased upsell opportunities, and improved unit economics. So let me walk you through the strategies we have seen best, drawing from real examples in our book Price to Scale. Strategy number 1, articulate clear value advantages. Before anything else, you need to clearly communicate why the new pricing model is better for the customer, not just for you. This means identify and emphasizing how the new model better aligns with their success metrics, additional value they will receive that was not available before, ways the new structure might actually save them money or provide more predictability, new capabilities that are exclusive to the new pricing model. DocuSign provides an excellent case study here. When transitioning from usage-based to feature-based pricing, they focused their communication on how the new model freed customers from unpredictable costs tied to signature volumes. Instead, customers could focus on the advanced features that drove actual business outcomes. As we detail in our book, DocuSign emphasized that their new unlimited signature model provided significant value to customers and opened new revenue streams centered around additional features such as document preparation, storage, and analysis. Strategy number 2, offer compelling transition incentives. Make it financially attractive to make the switch now rather than later. So things like loyalty discounts for early adopters, limited time promotional pricing for migrations, additional features or capabilities at no extra cost, extended support or implementation assistance. These incentives should create a clear why now for customers. The key is making the transition feel like an opportunity rather than an obligation. GitLab executed this brilliantly during their pricing restructure. As Scott Williamson, their former CPO, explained in our book, for those willing to commit a longer-term relationship under the new pricing regime, GitLab introduced a ramp deal that gradually adjusted the pricing over several years. This approach allowed customers to adapt their budgets while still moving to the new model. Strategy 3 is provide a thoughtful grace period. Announce changes well in advance, 3 to 6 months minimum. Allow customers to opt in gradually rather than forcing immediate migration. Create a clear timeline with defined phases for the transition. Temporarily support both models during the migration period. This approach respects your customers' planning cycles and gives them time to adapt internally. When Pushpay implemented their pricing changes, they did not force immediate adoption. Instead, as detailed in our book also, they created a multi-phase approach. Strategy 4, offer multiple transition paths. Now, not all customers are the same, so your migration strategy should not be one size fits all. Grandfathering options for certain customer segments, phase transitions for customers with complex deployments, custom migration plan for strategic accounts, stay put options with clearly defined limitations. The flexibility you offer should be proportional to the customer's strategic importance and the magnitude of the change they are facing. DocuSign's dual approach demonstrates this perfectly. The first step in introduction of dual pricing metric packages serving as a temporary solution, acting as a stopgap on the way to fully feature-based pricing model. This allowed different customers to transition at different paces based on their needs. Strategy 5, engage proactively and personally. The way you communicate is just as important as what you communicate. Have account managers personally reach out to explain changes. Create customer-specific impact analysis showing exactly how they'll be affected. Offer consultation calls to discuss optimal migration paths. Provide executive-to-executive communication for strategic accounts. Pushpay's success, as I mentioned earlier, came largely from their personalized approach. They used an omni-channel communication strategy where they sent emails, in product messaging, and phone to invite customers to the repricing conversation with the members of their account management team. This personal touch resulted in a decrease in churn by 20%, highlighting the success of their pricing strategy. Now let's address some common challenges you will likely face. Challenge number 1, the price increase perception. Even if your new model isn't technically a price increase, customers may perceive it that way, especially if their specific use case results in higher costs. Solution: provide granular ROI calculators that show the value exchange, not just the cost difference. Focus on the problem solved rather than features delivered. Challenge 2, contract timing misalignment. Customers on different renewal cycles create complexity in migration timing. Simple solution: consider anniversary based migration rather than a single cutover date. This aligns pricing changes with natural decision points in the customer journey. Challenge 3, internal resistance. Your customer success and account management teams may resist changes that they fear will create friction with their accounts. Solution: involve these teams early in the planning process. Create incentives that align with successful migration, not just retention at all costs. In our book, we examine numerous case studies of companies that have successfully migrated customers to new pricing models. One key insight is that transparent, value-based communication consistently outperforms pricing-focused discussions. If you are planning a pricing migration, we highly recommend checking out these detailed examples. You can find the link in the description. Remember, the goal of migrating existing customers to a new pricing model is not just capturing more revenue. It's creating a sustainable relationship that better reflects the value exchange between you and your customers. The companies that do this well approach it as a collaborative journey rather than a unilateral challenge. They focus on education, offer meaningful choices, and demonstrate a deep understanding of their customers' needs. At Monetizely, we have found that the most successful pricing migrations happen when companies view them as an opportunity to strengthen relationships rather than simply adjust pricing mechanics. If you are planning a pricing migration and have specific questions, drop them in the comments below. We will be happy to address particular challenges you are facing. That's it for today. My name is Akhil, and I will see you in the next video where we will tackle another critical pricing challenge for high growth SaaS companies. Hit subscribe if you want more content like this.